YouTube, I am back. It's the mostly the Spire. We're still working through Ascension 1. Last time, we got a victory first time as the region. Actually, it felt pretty strong this time, so I was much more pleased with my... Oh, is this something, by the way? Oh, I didn't realize you could, like, hover over the constellations. Anyway. Okay, no one else has got that, so maybe it's just, like, character-specific. Anyway, we had a really strong run. I was worried the first time I played them. I was like, is this character really weak? But actually, I thought they were pretty, like, okay. Necrobinder was the opposite. I felt that they were really strong with Necrobinder, so maybe they're actually weaker than I think they are. We're going to have a worse run. Hopefully not, though. This character's got Osti. They have a little summoning hand, and the hand, like, tries to take damage for you. And some of the effects, like, work around the hand. Basically, I've got a little pet. He still breathes. Upgrade a card, add a Niao's Fury to my deck. Okay, we know what Niao's Fury is at this point. The first 3 card rewards you get are upgraded, but the first treasure chest you get is empty. This is kind of interesting. I think the Silver Crystal like, might actually be quite good. It's just like the... I think it's dopamine lacking, but like I think intelligence-wise it's actually pretty good. So you know what? Let's grab it. So we want to take... I mean, we want to fight as many elites as possible. That's the first things first here. So I'm liking that line. I'd have liked it more if it kept within the edges, but you know. Oh, wait, is that quadruple elite territory? It's quadruple elite territory. I probably don't want the early shops, so we'll go this way. Your experience with the new characters is they either fall over really quick, or the Spire falls over quick, there's no in between. That makes some degree of sense, right? Because the other 3 characters have got like a measuring stick too, right? They have plenty of test data, let's put it that way. Whereas the 2 new characters, they don't really have any test set data. So the thing I need to remember is the hand will take damage over me. So when we start putting more and more summon on the hand to make it stronger and stronger, then summoning becomes like block, basically. It does somewhat depend on the build, because there's a lot of the build is based on like the health. That turns into damage. But we'll have to see what line we're on. Also, the hand gets more and more health. Like, I think right now, I'm willing to let the hand take 1. And also, it's worth noting, it's kind of interesting mechanic, because summoning is both block and offense, depending on how you want to look at it. In the form of offense, this is just 1 mana deal 5, which actually works on a strike. So we should actually unleash strike. It actually didn't matter, I could have got away with bodyguard here, but this is the more damaging play. But if I wasn't going to kill, I should have taken the more defensive play instead. Okay, if Osti is alive, he deals 12 damage to all enemies, and you gain 12 block. Osti dies. So this is the opposite build, kind of. Oh, you've got Doom as well. It's the opposite build of what I tried to do last time. I tried to make Osti quite big and be like a tank for me. And sort of like chip him down in between that. This Bone Shard is just Osti will keep dying, so we'd have to keep some other mechanic going around it to win the game. I'm not sure how confident I am in that, because I've not really seen the non-Osti build other than Doom. So maybe we'll try Doom this time, because we have Countdown. The start of your turn, apply 9 Doom to a random enemy. And when the Doom gets more than the health, they just instant die. So we take Doom and just try and survive. And there's also Blight Strike. Deal 10 damage, apply Doom equal to damage dealt. Let's take Countdown and we'll take some... defensive cards. So Countdown... I'll do a bodyguard because it's actually more defensive than doing a strike. That being said, we should still hit people because, you know, the Countdown is going to get me there faster if he has less health. I know, hot take. I will say, I'm not 100% convinced that Doom is that strong, but we'll see. Like, it feels very adjacent to Poison. And I'm not sure the Poison build was actually that good, but I did like it. Scourge, apply 16 Doom, draw 2 cards. It does say Doom, but I'm not super behind it. I think if I'm going to take more cards that say apply Doom, I actually want them to say gain a ton of block with them. It's like, apply 16 Doom, get 20 block. Then I'd get excited by it. Death March, deal 9 damage, deals 4 additional damage for each card drawn during your turn. Or Sikkim. Osti deals 6 damage. When Osti hits this enemy this turn, summon 3. So that's for the full Osti build, which we did last time. I'm not going to do this. I actually don't think I really want Deathmatch either. But it's actually somewhat more tempting. Because at the very least, it's 1 mana deal 13, right? Because you're going to draw a card at the start of your turn. It's 1 mana 16 damage, draws 2 cards. Kind of. Maybe it is good. Do I equate Doom as just damage yet? I get the logic. Okay. I think there is some logic here. It's not like poison which decays. This doesn't decay, right? Wait, does Doom decay? I actually don't know. I assume it doesn't. The arms suddenly reach out in front of me. Do I want to lose 6 health and gain 6/2 gold? Or put a clumsy in my deck and obtain a random relic? I'll take the 6 health loss for 6/2 gold, I think. Doom's better than damage because you can tie effects to it, but the same is true with damage. You can tie effects to damage as well. Like Vulnerable, for example, all things that are tied to it, whereas Doom doesn't have that. I think you're right, by the way, though. At least for now, I can equate the two. There's probably some enemies where I can't equate the two, but I'm just not very familiar with them yet. My only thought about Doom being better than damage as well is that Doom, I suppose, can't really be healed off, but I suspect there are going to be some enemies that remove debuffs, and that's where I'm going to have a big issue. I like Doom more because it's more dramatic. I will give you, here's a more dramatic name. Gain 6 block, apply 11 Doom to all enemies. Easy. Don't need to read the rest of the cards. It says the mechanic name. It's exactly what I asked for in the example. I can't complain. Card to upgrade now is very interesting. I actually think we upgrade Bodyguard because it's the most defensive/offensive option. Also, reminder for Bodyguard, the other advantage it has over Block is that, in terms of defensive standpoint, is it lasts between turns. It's persisting. Like, you don't lose the max health. So it's actually quite nice. Even though it's not like the game plan, it's still nice to have something that does a bit of damage. It's still nice to have something that, you know, can keep me alive for a bit longer. Okay, this is like the perfect example as well of a battle where I think we could have some issues, because this status is going to get purged off. Triple X damage. I'll do it. So he dies to Doom now. I need to remember as well, Doom happens at the end of the turn. My bad. That's the other downside of Doom, actually. It's slow damage compared to strikes. But we've learned our lesson now. The animation's really cool as well. I'll admit that. Get off me. The ending of your turn gain 1 block for each card in your hand. That could actually be quite impactful. How? Lose 2 strength, gain energy at the start of each of your turns. Yeah, that would actually be really good for this deck. I don't even care about the upgrade. I don't really need strength for what I'm planning on doing. This also seems pretty fun, to be honest with you. But let's take friendship because it's the rarer option. Now, this being said, I think it's also the best card to upgrade, so I will upgrade it, but I was pretty happy to lose 2 strength for the sake of argument. Okay, well, this hand is not the dream hand. I have to do this, I think. I know we take a lot of damage, but I'm taking a lot of damage now so that in the future I'll take less. I'm hoping. That's the theory. I also should look at that. I've misplayed this turn. I should have looked at his health because I think I could have... maybe I couldn't have killed him. No, I definitely could have killed him. It didn't matter in that case, but I do need to remember damage sometimes is useful. So he's going to be doomed. But again, here's the issue. Doom happens at the end of the turn. So I still need to prepare for the rest of the turn. Okay. I'm definitely going to make a misplay on that again, but I'm aware of it now. Enemy loses 3 health. Add 3 souls into your draw pile. Now, I can see a world where the soul build works with this one as like an alternate form of damage from just doing real damage. I see the advantage of Great Blast as well to get the cards back again that say Doom on them. And I don't think we take Dirge because I'm not summoning. Okay, let me take this. I'll try and, like, weave the builds together. I forgot it's the worst part of it. This might be hard. Because this is the guy you meant to race, right? My build's quite slow. Shall we begin? I'd rather not, actually. You want to wait a bit longer? I think this is weak potion territory. To keep blocking. Okay, the hand's taking the hits. His Doom counter is getting there. Just 18 more Doom or 18 more damage. And he's toast. Just 2 more damage and he's toast. He's toast. Just gonna throw it out there. This card seems insane. The one that generates 4 souls. A nod to Ed, by the way, with Isaac. Right, end of turn, you dummy. Took damage again for no reason. Start of each combat, add 3 souls into your draw pile. Demesne. Ethereal, start of your turn, gain energy and draw 1 additional card for 3. It's insane. How am I going to cast it? I don't know. Put 3 of cards from your discard pile into your hand, exhaust, reap. No, none of these are what I want to do. I'm going to be the greediest boy known to mankind. I'm actually going to try and upgrade again. I'm actually going to upgrade a block this time. You know what? I was going to say, I think this is the worst guy I could fight, but at the same time, it's an elite, right? It's always going to be hard. Well, If we can get the power, which is like soul steal damage, I feel like we're going to be in a good spot. Oh wait, hold on, it's insane with Cloak Clasp. I've just realized what the gimmick is. Because this is now 8 additional cards. I'm going to get 8 more blocks this turn. That's why the Souls is really good here. Especially good here. Are you dying? You are dying. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. I guess I'll just chill. It's so annoying though, you're going to put 3 bad cards into my deck. I can't really do anything about it. I just have to accept it. Alright. Let's play defense. Oh my god. Of all the cool cards are here. I mean, I guess there's 2 infections, but... Oh. It's not all, it's random. Okay, that's another slight downside that I wasn't aware of. Okay, well that's your ass. One of you's going to the Shadow Realm, another one's going to the Shadow Realm. You're all in the Shadow Realm. So all I want to do now is play block. I should probably not just vomit out all the cards, but my theory is, like, if I just fill my hands, at worst these are 2 damage. But at best I draw my defend card, so it's like, it's fine. My other concern with damage versus Doom is this guy, surely he somewhat counters me because I can't lower his health below a certain amount because I just Doom him. Now that might be a good thing, like maybe the first phase is the best phase to keep him in, but if it's a harder phase, then I'm playing right into his hands basically. Do I want Drain Power? Kind of no, but kind of yes. I think it's a decent idea to have something that does damage. At the same time, though, do I not just want to cycle the Doom card back again with Grave Blast and play it again? I'm going to take a hit here, but I'm going to accept it. I want to save this potion for the boss battle. Countdown, please. Thank you. So there's no point in Grave Blasting right now because I can't play the other card, so we'll play you instead. There's nothing to Grave Blast again. Actually not true anymore. I'll do that. And that's your ass. But again, play the defend cards. You still have to play the turnout. Delay. Gain 11 block. Next turn, gain energy. Gain energy for 0 exhaust. And drain power is back for the 13th time. I mean, if we get an exhaust synergy and I get like Wisp and all these soul things, I feel like we're going to go to the moon. Like, I feel like we're so close to a build, but I don't quite have the pieces yet. But I think we can find the pieces. Does this remove exhaust? It does. I think we take Grave Blast. Upgrade. And I'm willing to drink some potions here to facilitate my victory condition. Start of your turn, put a sweeping gaze in your hand. Ethereal. Also deals 10 to a random enemy exhaust. Neurosurge. Gain 3 energy, draw 2 cards. At the start of your turn, apply 3 doom to yourself. No. Friendship. Gain even more energy. These aren't the best options. I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't think I need more energy from Friendship, so I don't think I'm going to take another Friendship, even though there's one in my deck. I'll take Sentry Mode, I guess, as like another source of damage. Scourge him. I'll Grave Blast the Scourge back again. And that's my turn. I'm getting plowed. Just do this in the right order. Okay, we're taking 18 damage. Let's not. $20 damage is incoming. Okay, it's time to cycle the entire deck. I kind of dig these souls. If I can get anything based on, like, every time you cycle your deck, something happens, we're going to be in a good spot. Now, I will say I did do nothing this turn. I put up, like, no block. I guess I've made the Doom count go to 70. But I am taking 11 damage. No, not 11, because again, I've got the Cloak Clasp. Bring me Scourge back. I can't. Alright, we should just play defense then. How am I getting so much? Oh, the plating is giving me block as well. Because say, I'm getting way more block than I thought. Every time I'm playing a sorcerer, it's condemned to heck for eternity. As long as it's not me, it's fine. Oh my god, I can't play infinite cards this turn. I ended my turn with 1 card in my hand. I didn't think I'd ever see the day. Are you dead yet, by the way, buddy? He's very close to dead. We're getting there. 26 damage is incoming. I don't want him blocking anymore. Okay. It was somewhat necessary. 14 damage needs to be dealt. He's dead. Again, reminder to self for future. You should block as much as you can. Because he gets his attack off. Apply 29 Doom to all enemies. Kill enemies with at least as much Doom as health. Okay, we talked about this before. The reason this is good is the Doom happens instantaneously. Deal damage equal to the enemy's Doom exhaust. I'm going to take End of Days. Because I think I want the instant gratification sometimes. It's really like a card built for me. Okay, again, a bit like last time on the run where I took a shop early and decided the pathway on that. I want a really early shop. I think, though, I'll go this way. I know it's like 1 later than this tile, but it's 2 question mark tiles, which are often fun. Then we'll go... I mean, I guess... Did I need the pen for this? Wait, what's the other way? Because this pathway is, like, omega boring. It seems so good here, and then, like, you look at the top and there's just nothing. What if I went that way? I can get 3 elites. Okay, hold on a minute. Remove all this. That's the road's blocked. I'll stick on this pathway. I might... Maybe... This way? Question mark? If I want to upgrade a card, we should go left here. Because I still get the elite. Okay, I can live with this. Who's this guy? Where? Oh, it's Darv, of course, sorry. Where did I put... Oh, come to see my collection? Take anything from that pile over there. Put it to good use. Remove 2 cards. Oh, it's empty cage. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Wait, that's really bad. Elites drop an additional relic when defeated. That's pretty good. Okay, this is Slay the Spire 1. This is the classic second floor boss. Reward when you're desperate for energy. I think we take Black Star, because the problem with Runic Pyramid is my hand will just be eternally full with, like, strikes and defends. Which I don't think is how I want to play the game. Empty Cage, actually, Empty Cage might be even the better option. Because if I thin my deck out even more, I'm just going to get back to my Doom cards faster. Actually, it is Empty Cage. I know the other one's kind of more fun, but... I just want to keep my deck super, super sleek and thin. Especially when I go to the shop and buy, like, 8 cards in a second. Okay, well, we could End of Days and just End of Days, the opening turn. That doesn't feel great. Let's defend. Grave Blast. Defend. I take 0 damage. Should have done that in a different order. But never punished. And we can kind of ignore this guy's gimmick. I'm doing this for more block, in case you're wondering what I'm up to. I didn't really need to be fair, but... Okay, he's deceased. Reminder. He gets his turn still. Another Capture Spiral. Pull aggro. Gain 7 block, summon 4. It's like gain 11 block, kind of. For 2. It's pretty bad, actually. 14 for 2. It's still pretty bad. For this build, I guess, particular, but I think even not for this build. I think for the summon build as well, that's pretty weak. 8 to all is somewhat nice, but it's not really what I'm after. I think we keep the deck thin, especially as there's a shop coming up. I can get cheese or 2 of 8 random cards. I often take the cheese reward, and I can't lie to you. I don't think I've ever noticed, really, the cheese actually doing anything for me. And when you really think about it, because you get 1 max health at the end of every battle, right? 1 battle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might be worth 7 max health this floor to me. Let's say it's 7 for the next floor. It cost me 14 health to begin. Like, the juice kind of isn't worth the squeeze on it. I know you get max health, that's like the reward, so your healing gets better. So, strictly speaking, would you trade 14 health for 14 max health? Yes, you probably would do. Especially if those 14 max health containers were filled. But screw it, I'm taking the cheese. We get the shop anyway, I don't really care. I don't want to put cards in my deck that are bad, okay? Speaking of cards that are bad, is Entropy good or bad? Do we know yet? I suspect it's not great here. Whenever you apply Doom, gain 2 block. Again, it's whenever, not for every Doom you play. So, it's a little bit spicy. That being said, I think we do take it. I think we keep removing the strikes. Oh my god, the Abacus is like exactly what I just asked for. Very rare time to be excited for the Abacus, but we go through our deck so often right now. That's actually going to be reasonable block. The final question is, do I take another Scourge? And I'm not sure I do. I also think I take Pen Nib. Maybe Potion Belt, just for more slots. Sure, give me that and give me this. And I'll move on with life. Entry is a gamble, so you're guaranteed to win. Entry has Entry got a 100% win rate right now? No, it's got a 100% lose rate. Sorry, that's the one. Well, good ordering there. Turn 1, miss 2 block. Easy come, easy go. This stuns this guy. I take 0 damage. To be fair, even if I played it the right way around, I might still have done that. I will say that was very cinematic. I enjoyed it. Yeah, you're dead. I was gonna say, you're dead, right? Circum Severance. Deal 13 damage. Add a soul into your draw pile, hand, and discard pile. No. Deal 7 apply vulnerable. No. That's the beauty right now. If a card says Doom on it, I consider it. If it doesn't say Doom on it, I don't consider it. Lose stable serum, get an upgraded uncommon attack. Lose attack potion, get an upgraded common attack, or colorless potion, upgraded common attack. We'll lose the stable serum, I think. But I probably don't want any of this. Bone shards. If Ossie's alive, he does 12 to all enemies, and I get 12 block. And then Ossie dies. I could somewhat get behind this, actually. It's another way of doing damage in case I actually have to do damage. And it's like, it gives me block. The problem is, if I start like putting a lot of summoning into Ostie, I'll lose the summon health, but I guess I just have to be very careful with it. Like, situationally, it could be quite nice. You think the Dune build's busted? I'm not sure yet. I'm worried about examples like this where I have to fight multiple guys at the same time. Okay, well. You're doing more ways than one now. So I just need to do some surviving right now. Which actually is surprisingly hard. Thank you, Ostie. I probably should have defended because the bomb's going to kill him anyway. So will that. So will that. Varsha couldn't be any more worthless in this build, but thanks for that nonetheless. Summon 3, exhaust a card from your draw pile. Excuse me? Is this not, like, Omega garbage? I guess there must be an exhaust synergy. Whenever you apply a debuff to the enemy, they take 9 damage. I get the point, but I just don't think I need it. Like, the Doom is better. Another countdown. We don't need Panache. Actually, do we need Panache? Maybe now I think about it, Panache is actually the best card here by like an actual landslide. Because then suddenly, suddenly these things start becoming absolutely insane, the souls. And it's not tied to my strength. Cleanse is great, you get to choose so you get rid of Thrash or Trash. I was going to say Thrash is not Trash. Tuning Fork would have been really good, actually. Okay. Panache, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard alternate win condition. Let's go to the last strike in my deck. Salvage combat getting 4 plating. Feels pretty mediocre, to be honest with you, that. But I could be wrong. Oh, this could be a problem. Well, I say it's a problem. I can't attack this guy to do the Vital Spark thing, but I guess we don't need to. Also, I can in this unique situation. It is possible. You know what? Let's drink this. Time's up. Deal damage equal to the enemy's doom. Deal 9. Deals 2 for each soul in your draw pile. Oh, sorry, exhaust pile. Well, this is an exhaust, so I'll take this one, but it's pretty bad right now. Now get him. Okay, here we go. Here comes the panache plays. We might be at the point where this is better, actually, than Doom. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. I can't hold all these cards. I can't hold all these cards. So I'm gonna gain 10, well no, 12 block from hand and effects. So I'm taking no damage. If I play one card, it reduces that by 1. Quick maths. Let me do this. Also panache triggers again. And now we've got him in the pain zone, to be honest with you. Because this is going to start doing some real damage. It's not the dude, it's just his character's busted in multiple ways. Perhaps. Perhaps you're onto something here. Oh, good. Good choice of the first card to play there. I think against one guy, I'm really strong. We are fighting the crab, which is unfortunately 2 guys, but a single target enemy actually has some big issues. Okay, Hang is the most broken card in this game. Do I take it? I get further and further from the... Well, actually, maybe I'm not going further from the Doom build. Maybe that's the point of the Doom build. You just take these niche cards which do infinite damage and then win with those. We're probably approaching the point now where we get rid of the defense as well. And actually, I'd probably get rid of Unleash at this point. I'll take Shroud. Although I think actually Shroud's pretty bad. As an early theory. Because you don't actually apply Doom that often. At least I don't. So this would be 6 block. Nah, that was a horrible play, actually. It wasn't worth the buffer. I couldn't decide in like the last second. I was like, nah, we should probably just spend it. But I think it was a horrible play. Also, what the fuck am I doing? If I just get this, it's game. At least I didn't take damage after the fact. Now, you I should hard counter, surely. Wait, did that count as... No, I thought I got Daze put into my deck as well. I was about to say, that wasn't an attack I just did against you. Okay, just need to find Panache. Just need to find Panache. Where's Panache? There's Panache. Okay, do I need to do anything else? I guess I just block this turn. I will say my block game isn't quite resolved yet. That's the next thing I need to focus on. If I can solve the block game, we just win. I can't decide whether or not it's to increase the summon on this guy, but I don't think it is. Currently we're blocking 30 damage, which is more than enough. Oh, interesting. If he dies... Oh, sorry. If he thorns himself into Doom range, he will Doom. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more, gain 3 block. Deal 9 damage, deals 2 additional... Okay, well, that's the card I'm taking. I literally have 1 card that costs more than 2. I'm going to heal here for safety, because I don't think there's any card necessarily I have to upgrade. There is one, obviously, it's the one I just got, but... I don't think it's essential. Okay, you're already... It's GG, to be honest with you. It's countdown time. Do 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 do. Great British TV show Countdown. That's roughly its. I was going to say its theme song. Yeah, it was its theme song as well. But it's also what happens at the end of the round because they're on 30-second timers. I really want to hang these guys, but at the same time, what if I just what if I just play every single card in my deck? Have you ever thought about that? Okay, we need to turn left. There we go. So I'm not taking as much damage. I mean, the market start hanging these guys. Sure. It's probably better than Doom, to be completely honest with you. We need to flip the other way now. There we go. That was worth for block reasons. And... interesting is a red outline, because Austy's dead, I guess. I'll do this so I block all damage. Nice rocket claw, dead. Okay, we can go back to hanging this guy, so you're dead. Remind though, he end of turn dead. I do need to still deal with his damage. I should probably also keep facing him, question mark. Ah, screw it. Alright, I should have kept looking at him. That's my bad. I thought I'd be able to play enough cards that it wouldn't matter. But I couldn't. Either way, I've killed the both somehow. Eradicate, retain, deal 11 damage X times. I don't really have enough mana cheat for this, so... Soulstorm's already in the deck. And Demesna. I just don't need it. Well, hold on. Maybe I... No, I just don't think I can afford to play it. I could see myself taking it, though. But do I need draw with this deck? I think I'm fine. It's the energy really I want. We both seek vengeance. It will have a cost to pay. Vacu, do you want to take my first turn again for me, buddy? I accept any cost. Every cost for his death. Enthralled. Gain energy yourself each turn. Discard in your hand, it must be played for other cards. That's just not acceptable, unless there's a shop instantaneously. Which there's not, so that's not acceptable. Lose 9 max health, add 3 apparitions to the deck. Create an ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. But I don't play any attacks. Well, that's not true, actually. I play Hang. So actually, Music Box is insane. But not with the Doom build, which is what I was trying to make. But with my copy of Hang, it's really good. To be fair, it's the apparitions I probably want, but... at the same time, I just... because I go through my deck so quickly, I'm going to draw all the apparitions instantaneously. But maybe that's fine. I'll just take it. I think the dream is though that I upgrade them. Okay, I want a vaguely late shop if I can. Actually, that's already wrong. Let's... oh no, that's not wrong. So let's go for that shop. That way. And then that. Oh my god, it's Kakar. This is what the music box was being saying, by the way, because I would Hang, create another copy of Hang, and then play the other copy of Hang. And I assume it'd still be... oh no, was it Ethereal? I can't remember what it was now. It was Ethereal, right? Not Exhaust. So yeah, it would still be in my deck, so I would just enrich for Hangs. It would have actually been an unbelievable build for Hang, but it would have just meant the Doom cards were pointless. Like, it would actually be not worth playing Doom anymore. The block cards would be worth it, but... anyway, I might as well let this apparition go to the Shadow Realm. I don't need it this turn. Oh! Okay. Countdown negative pulls. Pulse even. Don't I keep calling you pulls? It's pulse. Quite clearly pulse. I can Grave Blast to bring a card back, or I could Scourge you. I should have Grave Blast Hung, now that I think about it. Let me Scourge. Nah. We get more cards to trigger the Cloak class, but it wasn't completely worthless. Okay, we play the Apparition here. Shroud, Apparition. Pretty weak end of the turn. Okay, now that's what I call a hand. Again, I misplayed this because I should have Grave Blast the Hang back. It shouldn't matter. It didn't matter. Reeve, deal 11 damage and a soul plus your draw pile. That's draw 3 cards instead. Whenever you draw an ethereal card, draw 1 card. Oh my god. Imagine if I just had Hang and that relic where it was like every time you play, oh sorry, the first time you play you get ethereal. Then Hang would have been 2 mana, deal like 30 something damage, draw a card. As it so happens, I don't think we take it. I think this upgraded Wisp though can make the deck. The self-help book. Do I want to make an enchant on an attack with sharp, a skill with nimble, or a power with swift? The power swift probably is the more appealing option, but it's almost certainly not. I was gonna say it's not the attack, but actually it makes Hang way better. We have Hang as the backup, okay? I think. Do you want to be all on my level now? I think we should have just fully engaged in Hang as soon as we got it. Just scrap the Doom stuff, don't worry about it. Like, just keep playing Hang, cycling it back, play it again and again and again. I think this card is probably the strongest card I've seen. It's so disgustingly strong. There's probably some guys that counter it, but it would take a lot for them to counter it. But I want to do some stuff with the Doom build. We've already done Hang 1 time. So I think this is the best option, but I'm not going to take it. So I guess I will... I guess I'll Nimble. And I'll put it on you. It's kind of a shame, because I don't think there's any card in the game, at least that I've seen in the game, which is like gain 8 block, you know, 3 times or something. Or 4 block like 4 times. It'd be insane with something like that. But I'm not sure the card actually exists. Goodbye, Osty. Grave Blast a card back for no reason or Shroud. I guess I Shroud. You suggest for Hag Rebalance is making it base 2 damage. I don't know. I feel like the card is like almost impossible to balance because it's just exponential scaling. Like if you cycle it back enough times, it would still be strong. I guess it would like... It'd stop it just being instantly good. Anyway, this battle's basically over. Yeah, give it a bit of ramp-up time. I 3 Doom to myself and gain energy. It's not sequential, though. So there is some merit in this, I will say. I think it's so unbelievably dangerous. Maybe we'll do it at some point, but... Like, I just don't think I want this. I could just about get behind Negative Pulse as the upgraded version. So I'll take it. Mainly because it has block on it. Who am I fighting, by the way? Oh, it's the Queen. It's the multi-enemy fight. That's actually pretty good for me. Okay, the apparition's got to go in the bin. Like, theoretically, this is what's meant to counter this, I suppose. Because I don't get the Hang effect now. I assume these guys somewhat deal with Doom as well, right? Hold on. Okay, so yeah, Doom goes into Artifact. Fair enough. Panache isn't up yet. It's a real shame. changes something, so. Alright, let's put a big Doom counter on you guys. Oh my god, I killed the left guy already. It's funny because the Ironclad's got Stampede, which is lower base damage too, costing the damage increased by 9, I know. I think there's a few cards we've seen like that, where it's like the other character, or there's just another card in the game that exists, which is just simply it, but better. Hold on, I need to be a touch careful here. That being said, there's nothing I can do other than just play all the cards, so... Like, you're both dead, but at the same time you get your turn, so I'm a little bit annoyed. Yeah, I took 9 damage. The Scythe. Deal 13 damage, permanently increases card's damage by 3. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but... I can't really take it right now, I think. I think Defy is also pretty good. Yeah, I can get behind this. I think this is the most important thing I do now. Get an upgraded apparition. If we get the ability to duplicate it, I think then we're on, like, near guaranteed win territory. Again, I think the best play is Hag, Grave plus Hag, maybe. Although I'd be taking quite a lot of damage for that, so maybe it's not. Okay. Bone shards them. I take 0. Also, I don't lose any cards. And Panache is up. You've unupgraded my card, you big nerd. Goodbye, bodyguard. Although, I don't really want to draw off this, so maybe I let the Scourge go. Actually, I'm going to let the Scourge go. I think unupgraded is not very good. Really, I think this battle's going to be won by Panache, basically. Oh, that I probably should have done. He says as he keeps doing it. Never mind. Never punished. I forgot it would be a really good win condition potentially for me. Love the Captain's Wheel. Put 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand, exhaust. 9 down to a soul in your draw pile now. There was some power we saw the previous time we did this character where it was like, every time you play a soul, deal X damage. I've been looking for that power this entire time. I think it would be the bee's knees on this run. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so, oh, sorry. I might have to go sit in a dark room for a second. My desk is tilting over right now. Oh my god. What? Oh. Oh. Do I have to censor this part of the video? Do I have to edit this? What a roll. It wasn't the only option either. Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 cards with Adroit. Gain 3 block. I don't even know the win condition. I've got 3. No, I need more win conditions. More. More's better. We should probably take Finesse. Because it's a card which works for Panache. And I'll take New Relic. I probably should just remove the card, but this seems fun. And it's 3, right? Finesse can take 1. You can take 1. Maybe we'll put the other one Defy. Yeah, let's put it on Defy. And I guess I'll take the Potion of Binding. I get the idea of Sight of the Flesh, by the way, because it's a debuff I'm applying every single time, but I think the damage is just so negligible for 9. I'll take you up a level. It probably doesn't matter, to be honest with you, but I think not many of the options did actually matter there. The French had to put a keyword it's impossible to pronounce in the game. True. Okay, well, we got 43 Doom on this guy. He has put a bunch of cards in my deck that I'm not thrilled by. However, the fully upgraded apparitions, I'm really, really pleased with. Because now I can save them for later, when I need them most. This may also be a game where Hang is actually the real win condition. We should do this, not lose it, and also the weakness is nice. Take up the slimes. I don't need Apparition anymore. Is it worth wisping for any reason? I'm gonna say no. I love this guy's attack. It's just slapping around. We might as well end of days here. Is there any reason to Grave Blast? Actually, I could Grave Blast back a 1-cost card and replay it. And there is some merit in that. Because I could grab this, Wisp to play it, and I diluted all the slimes in my deck with souls. He's very nearly dead. How are you... Okay, fair enough. I was going, how are you not dead? But I suppose it's because I've not done enough damage to you. Fair enough, okay. I'll do some more damage to you, whatever, it's fine. Look at all these slimy soul things I've got. My deck is just horrible and gungy, to be honest with you. It's been in Dave Benson Phillips' Gunge tank, or it was called the Gunk tank. Apply 10 Doom plus an additional 5 Doom for every 10 Doom already on the enemy. I mean, that'll expedite the victory condition, I think, or one of them. I'll take it. I was always shocked, like, legally, Dave Benson Phillips was allowed to send parents down a... I don't know how tall the ramp was, but, like, let's say on the angle it's, like, 20 feet. So not 20 foot, like, off the ground, but, like, it was 20-foot ramp at a 45-degree angle, which, if I could remember my mathematics, I should be able to calculate by the hypotenuse of the triangle and roughly how far back the 20-foot hypotenuse should go. I should be able to, like, work out how it is, but I can't. I was surprised he was allowed to, like, eject parents to a gunk tank at that distance, at that speed. Because I always felt like the gunk tank could only be, like, you know, yay deep or something like that. And I do appreciate it's a bit more viscous than water, but you're slamming your feet into the bottom of that and also not getting any, like, purchase. You're just skipping off the bottom of it. I'm sure many parents had, like, shattered ankles at the end of it. Okay, can I say my apparition here? I can. Yes. I will. Give me that back. Only British people would understand the reference. So there was a show called Get Your Own Back, I think it was called. I didn't, like, religiously watch the show by any stretch of the imagination, by the way. Just before I get into this, I like misremember exactly what the whole gimmick was, so forgive me if I can't quite remember exactly how the show did work, but loosely speaking, it was like a kids' game show where they would bring the parents on, and it's like, you know, oh, why have you brought your parent on? It's like, this parent is really annoyed me. Like, I want microwave chips every single meal with tomato ketchup, and they tried to give me something like a cheesecake, a quiche instead. And like, that made me really angry. So I donated my parent to come onto this show. And then there'll be an opposing team, and it's like, oh, why have you brought your parent on the show? It's like, oh, well, like, you know, they take me to the park every Saturday to look after my physical health, and I want to just stay at home playing games. So I've nominated my dad. And they go through various game shows, and the whole gimmick was that eventually this would culminate into a bit where you sit on a ramp in front of this gunk tank, which was just full of, like, I don't know, like, cornflower, dye, water, and bodily fluids. And you'd go up this ramp, and I think it was like, you did rounds, and however good you did, you'd start lower on the ramp. And the final round would be like a quiz show with the parents. I think it was the parents. And if you answered enough wrong questions, you'd like slowly get like elevated up this ramp until you hit the top. And if you hit the top, you'd get ejected at Mach 5 speed, like, you know, a speed that only astronauts would ever experience before. And it would just slam you into this gunk tank. And, you know, it'd be like, ha ha ha, very funny. You know, you've come foul down, parent. And then the other parent, you know, would be released. It was honestly, it was like fucking the Romans, basically. It was like Dave Benson Phillips was just doing this, and they would just go like, oh, sorry, this, and they would just be like this to one of the parents. You can get behind punishing parents for being reasonable. I know. The reasons were almost always like extremely reasonable. Occasionally, it'd be like, okay, I can kind of get it. It'd be stuff like, I go to the shops with my pocket money, I buy sweets, and my dad steals like half my Haribos. And it's like, okay, I can kind of see this. Like, sure, whatever. No, my hand. I probably don't want to play through my deck right now. Have I played? I have played. Okay, so I can actually start cycling, turns out. Panache, by the way, is the word I was looking for. One more card, Panache triggers again. The Rome version's back in the state sanctions. God, I kind of really dig this relic. For things like burn as well, it just halves the damage of the burn. It's so nice. That's lethal. I've got a running theory as well that the youth of today, at least in the UK this is, the youth of today are so less well, like, how do I want to put this? Without offending potentially viewers. The less balanced they were when I was a kid, in part due to the fact that most kids' TV isn't on TV anymore. Like, it's on, like, these obscure channels. I say obscure, it's like CBBC, and I guess if you're so young enough, CBeebies, or you should probably not be watching CBeebies if you're watching me as well. But yeah, they're just not on it, like, 5 o'clock on like a weekday anymore, and 7 or 6 in the morning to like 9:30 in the morning on weekends as well. Because then you'd have this like period where it's like, okay, I'm watching kids TV now, you know, my parents can do whatever they want to do for this like 2 or 3 hour period. I'm going to watch things like, you know, The Queen's Nose, I've got to watch Biker Grove, I've got to watch Arthur the Aardvark, of course, the classics. Get all my watching out of the way, and then once I've done that, I'm like, okay, I've had my TV time to run out and play football. And there'd be fields to play football on. Kids these days, just disappointing, depressing news on 24 hours a day, and if they're not being depressed by the news on TV, they're on social media instead, where like they're getting fed like some of the most despicable AI shit of all time. Then they go like, okay, I've like had enough of electronics right now. I've got enough depression for today. Let's go and like try and get some vitamin. Is it? I can't remember which one it is for the sun. Is it K that you get from sunlight, or like you need it to produce K? Something along those lines. But anyway, you go to get some sunlight, and it's like, oh wait, no, sorry. All the school playing fields and like all the playing fields locally, they've been like turned into housing estates now. So there's nowhere for you to play football. So the best you can do is loiter instead. It's day. Okay, we'll say it's D. I kind of thought the keys from carrots. Okay, I thought it was D, but I couldn't remember if it was the joke. So I was like, hang on a minute. Do I want to make the joke right now? Nah. Well, we'll go with K. Okay, so it's D. But yeah, there's nowhere to play football. It's like, so they just loiter instead and get into mischief by loitering. It's like, well, yeah, you just don't give them any way to vent out the childhood energy. Source, I'm 90% sure. Honestly, that's good enough for me. The youth would be much happier if they could watch Arthur the Aardvark at 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and maybe even at about 7:30 in the morning as well. I'm currently taking 0 damage, strictly speaking. In fact, not even strictly speaking, just I'm not taking damage. I forgot I've got this. And I was going to get blocked for these cards anyway. It's actually not worth playing Unleashed because it gives me 1 block if I don't play it. I did actually feel pain though, which is very unusual. Do I want to try and cycle 3 cards right now for 1 mana? I could try it. I've succeeded. I don't think I need the apparition right now, so let's not play it. Because currently I'm putting up 14 plus however much this is a block. Now I'll put up an apparition. In part because why not? I think the battle won't last that much longer. Just vomit cards at you. The beetle riding frog won't know what to hit him. High five. Osteals 13, no. To be honest with you, this run came together after taking the first 3 cards are upgraded and just going 3 Doom cards. Basically, since then, this run has just been, like, set. I'm going to take this just to, like, make the battle go faster. I guess, strictly speaking, this should be my worst battle to some regards. I was excited to have multiple enemies, but actually, I'm definitely worse against multiple enemies. That being said, I don't think it'll matter. I can only play a binding card, right? Okay. Annoying, but not something I can't live with. Actually, this is kind of pointless, but... Ah, no, it's not. That's a lie. That's really not pointless. It's actually quite useful. I'd love to not need to use my apparition right now. We are currently blocking all of it, ish. I think I'm not blocking 1 damage. So, I'm going to soul... I don't know what I was going to say. If we draw into a defend, then I'm blocking everything. And yeah, we can take this somewhat slowly if we have to. Where's AoE Doom? I think that's what I want. We are not taking damage. What are you even doing, by the way, Queen? Like, you're actually doing anything? I think you're giving him strength, but I'm not entirely certain you are. I'm going to expedite the process. This isn't the best play, but it's a faster play. It's just now whether or not I want to do anything else. The hand can take the hit for me. Talk to the hand. Torch head amalgam. Okay, this is real damage now. It is just giving him strength, right? Fortunately for me, he only needs to take like 5 damage and then he's doomed. We might need this. In fact, we're gonna need this. Also, attack the queen now. Okay, let me take the safe option. Let me do this. I'll discard these cards so I'm not floating 2 mana. Hopefully. I can finally Shroud. Defy you. Not bad. You do 0 damage and then perish. ... And then you have 126 Doom stats on it, so it's not like you're having a good time either. You have 201 Doom stacks on you now, so you're not having a great time either. And the biggest insult, honestly, to you, Queen, right now, I've not played Hang once. It's like the best card in the game, and I'm just not playing it. Because you've not threatened me. You've put me under, like, no pressure. I still got 2 apparitions. I've used 1 apparition so far this game, and I don't need to use it still. I have 4 mana this turn. 4! Alright, it's time to be hung. For your transgressions. Alright, we're just waiting for that card that just giga boosts the Doom. Not that one, but I'll... hang on, maybe we won't take it. I'll try and draw for it. No escape is what I'm looking for. It's the bottom card of my deck. It's fine. I can draw it. Okay, it's 397 stacks of Doom on them now. Do I have enough Wisp to play End of Days? I don't quite. Queen's Doom don't like your bedtime. I honestly did this in quite a timely manner in the end. Even with the stories about British TV shows from the past. I don't know what I'm hoping for here. I can't even get the wisp back. Anyway, is this character the strongest character in the game? I don't know. But we've had 2 really strong runs with them. Albeit, I think the Doom was like kind of a side act, realistically, to the main act. Or it could have been. I was going to say this was actually a shining example of thin decks. I did have 27 cards in my deck, though, by the end of it. Actually, I think this was a shining example of how strong... Where are you? Capture Spirit was. This card's insane. 1 mana deal 4. It's not even 4, it just loses 4 health. And you get 4 cards into your deck that are 0 mana draw 2. It's actually crazy, this card. It's so strong. It just let me cycle my deck endlessly. And then getting that plus Panache is just like, I feel like it's just GG. Societies and cultures from around the world make a pilgrimage to the Spire as it becomes the trading hub of the world. Slowly, a burgeoning metropolis began to form at its base. Vexing Puzzle Box. At the start of each combat, add a random card into your hand. It costs 0 energy. Okay. If you did not play any attacks during your turn game 4 block, where were you when I did this run? Festive Popper. At the start of each combat, deal 9 to all enemies. Okay. Pretty minor, but could be nice. Especially in the early game. The Giant. Today marks a fantastic discovery. A benevolent giant has agreed to guide us to the top of the Spire to meet his brother. We believe his brother of his is the solution to stop the monsters which have been pouring out the Spire. This would be the greatest accomplishment of our time. Sacrifice, retain. If Osty's alive, he dies, and he gain block equal to his max health doubled. Summon 6 exhaust, or Osty's attacks deal 4 additional damage. Festive Pop is like the sparkles of the cat game. I know. Necrobinder faced off against the Architect and demands the restoration of the Giant. Her parents are humanity. She's blazing with vengeance but is annihilated again and again. On one of her ascents, she discovers a massive dragon Pale, giving off the same gentle presence as the Giant he speaks. This will help you get his attention. Okay. Sculpting Strike. Deal 8 damage. Add Ethereal to a card in your hand. Okay, so it's a fairly minor downside, potentially, depending on what you put the Ethereal onto. Like, if you put it to a 0-cost card, you're fine. And your reward is you get, like, an additional damage, probably from what I'd expect in the early game. I can't say what it upgrades into, but... Veil Piercer. Deal 10 damage. The next Ethereal card you play costs 0. I'm glad when you do this Ethereal build, because I don't think we had enough cards for it. We've seemed to have unlocked, like, 6 of them today. Banshee's Cry. 6 mana. Deal 33 damage to all enemies. Cost 2 energy less for each Ethereal card played this combat. Oh my god, this card be insane. If you have some 0-cost Ethereal cards, and just lean into that. Oh. Oh yeah, also put the Ethereals on your strike so you defend and just get rid of them. Use it as a way to burn cards. Also reasonable. Anyway, that'll do for this episode of YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not leave a like, subscribe. Everyone helps me out. See you next time. Bye.